Raleigh, who's ready to march for life today? Before we march, though, I want you guys to think about one thing. Why are you guys here today? Why do you march? What's your why? For me, that answer's easy. I march because I'm adopted. I'm here today because my birth mother chose life. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm not originally from North Carolina. I was born in Reading, Pennsylvania, which actually used to be the poorest city in America. The median household income in Reading is $25,000 a year. When I was little, I was put in the foster care system and eventually was adopted by my amazing parents. Shout out to my mom and dad. Reading wasn't where my story began, though. It began long before that. Before I was formed in the womb, God knew me. You see, a child's value is not determined by their circumstances of conception, but it's because of the fact that we are all made in God's image. So now I bet you're probably wondering, how did I end up here speaking in Raleigh, North Carolina? I'm here because I go to Belmont Abbey College in Belmont, North Carolina. I'm vice president of our Crusaders for Life group on campus. Belmont Abbey is a Benedictine school, and the motto of the Benedictine Volunteer Corps is, where you start out in life does not determine where you will end up. Just because I was born into what some people might see as unfortunate circumstances doesn't mean I would have been better off aborted. I'm here today because I believe I was made for such a time as this. It's time to end the greatest human rights atrocity of my time. Let me tell you guys, we have a lot of work to do here in this state. You might think just because we're a southern state and most people here are pro-life that we beat abortion here, but I'm sad to tell you, you're wrong. In North Carolina, abortion is still legal through the 12th week of pregnancy. That might not seem like a lot, but that's over 3 months. 90% of abortions are still allowed to happen in North Carolina. I mean, yay, we've stopped 10% of abortions, I guess, but we still got so much more work to do. It's time to start passing pro-life legislation. Lawmakers here in Raleigh, for far too long, have stalled pro-life legislation. I mean, be honest, when was the last time you remember a piece of pro-life legislation getting passed? In the past 4 years alone, Planned Parenthood has received millions of dollars in North Carolina taxpayer funding. North Carolina has failed to defund Planned Parenthood from state Medicaid funds. You need to call your legislatures and tell them it's time to defund Planned Parenthood. Senate President Phil Berger has continually failed to pass pro-life legislation and has even stalled it. That's why earlier this week, the pro-life generation defeated the sitting president of the North Carolina Senate for the first time in history. We're sending Phil Berger packing. And don't be mistaken, pro-life voters are why. Students for Life Action knocked over 700 doors in his district. His race was decided by 23 votes. Students for Life Action changed the outcome of that race. This should be a warning sign to any elected official in North Carolina or in the country. If you betray pro-life voters, we're voting you out of office. It's time we elect pro-life champions. That's why in November, we need to make sure we don't send radical Roy Cooper to represent North Carolina in the U.S. Senate. Roy Cooper is such an extremist on abortion, he couldn't even sign a bill banning infanticide in the state. So guys, I'm asking you, please get involved. Please consider donating either your time, talent, or treasure to saving lives. If we want to abolish abortion in my lifetime, it's gonna take all of us. Make sure you're staying up to date on what's happening in the movement. If you don't know where to get information, follow my Instagram. It's at ProLifePennsylvania. I can guarantee you, I post all the time and you'll know what's happening. My friend Elizabeth can attest to that. If you're part of the older crowd here, I ask you, please consider making a donation to a pro-life group, or even just going outside an abortion facility and sidewalk counseling. Even just checking up on people and your friends is so important. It's important to show people that their life is valuable before and after they're born. Abortion has ended over 65 million lives since Roe, but that's not the only way our society is devaluing life. IVF, euthanasia, assisted suicide are all contributing to a culture of death in our country. We need to make sure people know how much their lives are valued so that they can see the value in every life. The abortion industry hates the fact that I'm here today giving my testimony. They hate it because I'm disproving their narrative, because I'm committed to fight for this cause, to fight for life, and to fight to expose the lies they're trying to sell to vulnerable women. That's why I'm here. Now, one last thing. Don't think just because you don't have a crazy testimony story, your story doesn't matter. Your story does matter. Tell people why you're pro-life. Tell people why you're here today, standing up for the preborn. I'm here today to use my story for good. That's my why, and I thank you all for being here today. But I just ask you, when you go home today, don't forget why you're marching. Don't forget why you're pro-life. A third of my generation is missing. It's time to abolish abortion. Thank you.